In Somalia's capital, Mogadishu, a wave of forced evictions has left hundreds of families homeless. Houses are being razed, often without warning, according to residents who claim they weren't given a chance to contest the government-led demolitions. Mandeg Mohammed is now sheltering in an IDP camp on the outskirts of the city.
We were ordered to pay $15,000 or $20,000 so that the land is legalized for us, but could not afford it. So evacuation was inevitable. The bulldozer came while we were in the house. We just left.
In the same camp, Kafan Mohammed said officials had told them the land belonged to the government. She says they had to run away when the bulldozers began demolishing their home and that their belongings were left behind. The government says it is legitimately reclaiming public land for development, but in Dainal, one of the affected districts, some residents displayed ownership documents they say were issued by previous administrations. Analyst Omar Ibrahim said many of the disputed plots have long-standing ownership records. Each piece of land has a known owner. If the government needs it for public use, it must relocate people fairly, he said. The demolitions have sparked protests, with residents burning tyres and demanding accountability. But critics argue these evictions reflect deeper societal issues around corruption and poor urban planning.
In Somalia's capital, Mogadishu, fuel shortages and surging petrol prices are forcing many tuk-tuk drivers off the road. The loss of work is hitting a job that has long supported thousands of families. Every morning, driver Ahmed Abukar Ahmed says goodbye to his son and heads to the garage where he rents his tuk-tuk. But these days he feels anxious and often wonders if he can even afford to drive.
A litre of fuel used to cost 65 cents, but now it's $1.40, and we hire the tuk-tuks. When you drive on all day, you must pay the owner $15. The tuk-tuk also consumes about $15 of fuel. After paying those costs, the tuk-tuk doesn't generate $30 to $40 per day, so the situation is bad.
At a petrol station on the edge of the city, Ahmed now buys fuel by the bottle, just enough for a short time on the road. He can no longer fill the whole tank. Once he starts driving, things do not get easier. Another driver said fewer people are taking tuk-tuks because fares have gone up. Many residents now walk long distances instead, and there is no work for the drivers. For low-income families who rely on the daily earnings from these tuk-tuks, the impact is immediate and painful. Drivers say they are waiting for prices to stabilize or for the government to offer help. But many doubt relief will come anytime soon.
A sweeping cleanup campaign is gaining momentum on the streets of Mogadishu. Authorities and residents are working to reclaim the former beauty and civic pride of Somalia's capital city, which bears the scars of decades of conflict. The campaign, led by Banadir Region Mayor Hassan Mohammed Hussein, has scaled up rapidly.
We initially had 250 cleaners, but to meet growing demands, we added 300 more. We plan to employ an additional 50 workers soon. Ultimately, we aim to have 600 salaried, well-trained city cleaners. This plan includes a health team and supervisors to ensure optimal performance. Local governments will fully support these efforts to ensure efficient and effective cleaning.
Local government officials say they face the challenge of low waste management awareness among residents, making their efforts as much about infrastructure as about restoring public confidence in the city nicknamed Little Roma. Resident Ahmed Muse says the change is already visible.
Beauty cannot be created in a week. It requires consistent effort from the community. We believe it's essential for every individual to participate in the city cleanliness campaign. The appearance of Mogadishu is steadily improving, and this progress reflects the beauty we wish for our children, and great change will come.
The initiative stretches from the streets to Lido Beach, where volunteers are focusing on tackling plastic waste. For a city still recovering from years of instability, the cleanup campaign represents a tangible effort to improve urban life and rebuild trust in local governance.
With the potential to pave the way for Somalia's first direct national polls in more than half a century, residents of its capital Mogadishu voted on Thursday in municipal elections. With the exception of votes in the semi-autonomous region of Puntland and the breakaway region of Somaliland, Somalia last held direct elections in 1969. That was months before military general Mohamed Siad Barre took power in a coup. After years of civil war that followed Barre's fall in 1991, indirect elections were introduced in 2004. The idea was to promote consensus among rival clans in the face of an Islamist insurgency. But some Somalis say politicians prefer indirect elections because they create opportunities for corruption. Under the system, clan representatives elect lawmakers who then choose the president. The president, in turn, has been responsible for appointing Mogadishu's mayor. The capital is home to 3 million people. Security conditions have improved in recent years despite continuing attacks by al-Qaeda-linked al-Shabaab militants. The vote is seen as a test run for direct elections at a national level. The National Electoral Commission said 1,605 candidates are running for 390 posts in Mogadishu's district councils. Council members will then choose a mayor. Mogadishu's streets were closed to vehicle traffic, and the airport, port and businesses remained closed for the vote. The Electoral Commission also said about 10,000 security personnel were deployed at polling stations.
For me, this is a wonderfully unique experience, unlike any other. This is the first time I have come here for a tour like this, and I am truly grateful. Thank God we are blessed. The atmosphere is perfect, and I am surrounded by fellow travellers who are also enjoying this adventure. Everyone is celebrating their country, and it feels like a divine gift to be here.
The tourism idea stems from the robust security measures in place throughout Mogadishu. This sense of safety has given people the confidence to embark on bus tours, knowing their well-being is assured by Mogadishu's security infrastructure. As a result, more individuals are willing to explore and enjoy the beautiful sights our agency has to offer.